Well, good morning. Today is Friday, May 31st, the last day of May. Boy, this month got away from me. It really did. I thought it was going to be a really successful month. It wasn't. But I learned a lot about myself today, and this whole month, actually. I wanted to start off, I was tagged by Michele from Tennessee for the perfect subscriber tag. And Michele, I started the tag. It just shows you coming around full circle. So I'm going to put in the description box below the link to the tag that I did for the perfect subscriber tag. And I'm also going to put a link to Michele's channel. So go over to her channel and go into her links to find out who she tagged, and go over to their channels and support them. Let them know I sent you. Anyway. But I wanted to let you know first off that I've already done the tag. I didn't want to do it again. But if somebody wanted to see it again, blah, blah, blah. The description, it's in the description box, the link to get over to that video. We have lots of birthdays today. I had to write them down. Today is Hannah Clark's birthday. Can never forget Hannah. She's 11 today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hannah. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, to be 11 again. Live my life all over. I don't know, would I? Yeah, probably. Only if I can remember the things that I've learned in my life up until this point. I don't want to have to relearn them all the way up till 68 again. I want to go back with the knowledge that I have now. But, you know, that's in a dream world. That's never going to happen. It's also Kathy Muller's, M-U-L-L-E-R. Kathy, it's your birthday today. You knew that. She reminded me, and I'm glad she did. Although she was in my calendar, but if you think a birthday's coming up and you might not think I remember, please let me know, because I don't want to forget your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. So many birthdays, so many today, and none tomorrow. So if you got a birthday tomorrow, let me know, because on my calendar I've already looked and there's not nary a one. Doesn't that sound old? Not nary a one. My grandma used to say that. Not nary a one. Well, we were allowed in the house. My grandmother, I've just said this before, my grandmother, we were like, I think I was like the 56th grandchild. My mother was the second youngest, and she had 8 older brothers and sisters, and they all had at least 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 kids. So by the time I came along, I was old hat. And when we would go visit her, we weren't allowed in the house, only to go to the bathroom. And if we were thirsty, you got to drink out of the hose outside. I'm surprised that she just didn't tell us to go behind a bush in the yard if we had to go to the bathroom. We're not allowed in her house. I hated going there. She wasn't, I don't know, she wasn't the most loving grandma. She really wasn't. But my mother made up for it, because my mother was the best grandma in the world. I'm only half the grandma my mother was. My mother was the best grandma in the world. She really was. My dad didn't live very long, although at the time I thought he was an old man. He died when he was 58, and I thought, you know what, he's lived his life. I thought, no, he was old. And then my mother, I always thought my mother was old when she moved in with me, because Denise and Mary ended up, Denise went and lived on her own. Mary got married, and they couldn't afford the house that they had bought together, because when my father died, my mother didn't want to live in that house anymore, so they sold the house. And so my mother came to live with me, and I thought, you know, she's an old woman. She hasn't got long to live. She's exactly how old I am right now when she moved in with me. I'm not ready to die. And neither was she. She lived to be 82. So my goal, at least 20 years. I'm shooting for 30, but I'll take 20. Carolyn says, come on, Sandy. Forget that. It's my birthday. Sing to me. And you know what, Carolyn? Here it comes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carolyn. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Jim had an Aunt Carolyn that was the nicest lady, but she was a bit of a hoarder, and she couldn't pass up a good food deal. And whenever we would go over there, because Jim would go over there to help her with stuff around her house, because she lived nearby us, she'd always give us food to bring home. And my kids, we were always taught, I taught my kids, do not ever eat anything Aunt Caroline gives you, but tell her thank you, say you appreciate it, and then just say you're not very hungry, but you're going to save it for later. And then bring it in the car, and when we get home, we're going to throw it away. Because her food that she had was so old. It was like years old. It was like years past the expiration date. And so we never ate anything, but we never wanted to hurt her feelings, so we always took her food. It was always nasty. Right to the garbage, right to the garbage. Nice lady. But you know what? She lived through the Depression, and I think that explains a lot right there. Because my parents were the same way. You never threw food away. You never threw anything away. You just saved everything. And it's just a time in their life when they grew up, and there wasn't, they didn't have, by no means, they weren't the grapes of wrath poor, but they were poor. And you know, sometimes a meal was hard to come by, and they learned some tricks on how to stretch a meal, which my mother did. So anyway, way off track, way off track. Cynthia Square says, come on, Sandy, bring that train back into the station and sing to me now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cynthia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's just a mite bit chilly here. There's a robin. Oh, seeing the robin. When I was walking yesterday, when I got to where the bird was, I looked up in the nest, and the bird was back in the nest. Now, I don't know that a bird actually picked, the mother bird actually picked the bird up, and I don't know if they're that strong. Or if somebody was walking along and put the bird in the nest, but it was back there. I felt better. I really did. And thank you, because now I found out that it really isn't a wife's tale, that you can pick them up. So that was good to know. Is this Denise? No, it's not Denise. I was like, why is Denise coming over? But it's a car similar to hers. Close, similar, not the same. Another movie line. Also, on a sadder note, well, not so much a sadder note, but just a different note. Debbie Clark's daughter, Jennifer, had open heart surgery, and I'm asking you to say prayers for her because, you know, prayers always work. Tom's doing a lot better, Jim's brother. I'm hoping, because I was talking to Tommy, and that's her son, and he was saying that he's not himself. And Jim's father had Alzheimer's and was diagnosed about the same age Tom is. And I don't know if that, with Tom being such a recluse and not wanting to have association with other people, that probably wasn't good, and he never got out, and he couldn't see, and just a whole bunch of different things. He lives far away from us. He's about an hour and a half away, so it's not like we could just drop in and see how he's doing. And that doesn't necessarily mean if he even drove all that way, he'd open the door for you. So he was just an odd duck. He really was. But he was a good enough guy, I guess. He really was. But anyway, he's just like, for holidays, we'd always offer to go pick him up, bring him here, and then spend the night. And he could even bring his dog, which I didn't really like his dog, because his dog wasn't really potty trained in the house. Well, it was potty trained in the house. It went in the house everywhere. But I think a lot of that had to do with Tom couldn't see, to see that he was doing it. But anyway, we even said you could bring your dog, because we figured we could pen him off, put him in a cage or something, or we'd figure out something. But Tom never wanted to come, so we never had to face that problem. But I did see, Tamson Darland sent me an article. I'm going to try to copy and paste it, and if I can copy it, I'm going to put it in the links down below. And it's the different things in your state that are healthy, that your state produces, like fruits and vegetables and things. So you can make your own healthy plate with food that's grown in your own state. And I found it very interesting. So I'm going to put that link down below. So thank you, Tamson. She's always sending me really great articles. She really is. I keep saving them because sometime I might do like an extra video, and I'll always give her credit, because if you send me information and I use it, I always give you credit, because, you know, some of this stuff gets by me. It really does. But I saw this thing about food is the most abused drug and exercise the most underused antidepressant, which is so true when you think about it. How often do we just turn to food to kind of fill our feelings? I know I do. I still do. And a lot of times the drug I should be taking is getting out and exercising, getting out and go for a walk, and then I would feel better. But no, I grabbed the quick fix, a Suzy Q, a cupcake, some cookies, something, you know. I'm really proud of myself. I still have a box of Girl Scout cookies in the freezer that I have not touched. So I just know that even in this bad month when I kind of was reaching some bad things, you know, English. I was reaching for things that really weren't healthy. I just knew that if I opened up that box of Girl Scout cookies, I'd eat the whole box. And only 3 cookies are like 6 points. And there's a lot more than 3 cookies in that box. So until I'm ready to just know that I can just eat a couple cookies at a time, I'm not opening that box. But I still use food as my drug of choice, and I'm really trying to work on not doing that. Trying to get out and exercising more, because I don't consider walking an exercise. I really don't. I just so enjoy it, and it's just something I like to do, and I look forward to doing it on most days. There are days I don't. I actually liked walking in the rain yesterday. I know I look like a nut, but I actually enjoyed walking in the rain. So, okay, it's not raining today, and there's no chance of rain today. Tomorrow we're supposed to get storms. Jim's all upset because he was going to finish the deck tomorrow, but that's not going to happen because we're going to get storms all day. So, all right, I've talked long enough. Look at 11 minutes. This is ridiculous. Let's go for our walk. Okay, I walked a little over 2 miles. I think it was 2.2. It was nice. Saw a couple walkers, saw a couple dog walkers, people doing their lawns. It was nice. I'm going to go and drink my water, pay some bills, because it's the end of the month. We just got paid today, and stay on plan. So I'll talk to you guys later on. Okay, I went to the post office today because I had to fill out some, I had to pay for the new for my box for another year. And I got to thinking, you know, like something I had ordered was too big to fit in the box, and I'm thinking, you know, why am I paying so much for a bigger box when they still have to put things in there anyhow? So I changed my box. I paid, it's cheaper, it's like $30 more, $30 less for 6 months, so it's $60 less a year. And he told me that if everything doesn't fit in the box, they'll just leave me a little thing and I'll have to stand in line at the counter for $60 a year. I can stand in line if all my mail doesn't fit in the counter. So anyway, it's late. You're gonna hear all the dongs. It's 6 o'clock. I probably should stop, but this is what I live with. And the only reason I notice it is because it's a Beatles song. And I still have my Sirius radio. I don't know why. I'm not complaining because I listened to my Beatles today as I was driving, caught up in they're doing major work on my main thoroughfare, and so that's all down to 1 lane, and it was like, so I went like 5 miles out of my way to get home, and I made it home quicker than if I would have stayed within the traffic jam. So anyway, and I did, anyway, so you don't need to hear all of that. I went to get my pool water tested. It's still a little green, but they said that I had too much calcium in it now, so that, once again, another $30. But once you get the pool set, it's easy for the rest of the year. It's just at the beginning trying to get it set. But anyway, I did get mail. It was my last letter. Oh, my new post office box. It's the same mailing address, 35339 23 Mile Road, New Baltimore, Michigan, 48047. But my new post office box now is 31. So 31. I'll make sure I put that in my things. Open this and read it already. Now I got to edit that. Okay, I edited that because I didn't want to show the address, and I did show the address. But I did read it already, and it looks like something I can read. So I just wanted to share it with you. And it's a bunch of cheerleaders. Aren't they cute? They're all standing up there. And it has a button, which I absolutely, positively love. It says, snap out of it. I'm going to snap out of it. I really am. I am going to snap out of it because I really have snapped out of it. I'm feeling so much better. I'm like back to where I was when I first started. Get you out of the way. So, well, that's, I thought my kitchen's messy, but it's like it's a bad background. But anyway, I'm going to read the letter. I'm going to leave my glasses on, hold it back like that. It says, Dear Sandy, I saw this button today and of course immediately thought of you. How could I not send it to you? I appreciate all you've taught me about WW since I started my journey last September. And I appreciate how you understood last week when I was the one to leave a critical comment about your current struggles. I have told you guys this more than once. I have very thick skin. I don't need to be the namsy-pamsy that's so afraid that you're going to hurt my feelings. If I need somebody to be honest with me, you need to be honest with me. I always take, you know, like if you're going to say you're a fat, ugly slob, you know, obviously I'm going to take that wrong. But I'm going to take it in the meaning that you meant it. But with Joan's comments, I knew she was coming from a place of caring, a place of love, and she's been leaving comments, some very supportive comments for a very long time. And I didn't take it as criticism, although there was a few of you that did. And I welcome criticism, because that's what I needed to hear at that particular moment. I really did. I am not of the generation that just got a participation medal. I had to take my licks and, you know, bruises and all that, and I had to learn along the way. And that's just, you know, it's the hard knocks of life. And nobody well, you know, you probably want everybody to tell you things, but then do you really want them not to be honest with you? I do want you guys to be honest with me. Enough of that rant. I guess I'm kind of an all or nothing kind of person, but I've learned that everything is in life about choices. You can make good choices, you can make bad choices, but it's always your choice to make, unless someone is holding a gun to your head, of course. Yeah, then that would make the choice a little bit different. I hope you find the right path for you, whether it's WW or another eating plan or taking a break. I hope you can start to find some peace with it all. Warmest regards, Joan Johnson. Well, Joan, I have found peace. I am staying with Weight Watchers. I have my beginning frame of mind back. I don't know why it was lost. I don't know where it was. It was subscribers like you that really tell me like it is. And I am going to wear this to my meeting tomorrow because I absolutely love it. I don't know if I can get it open right now. See if I can get it open and put it on. See, I have no nails. I have no nails. Don't have any nails. My English teacher's rolling in her grave. Oh, it's like it goes on the fridge. Definitely, definitely. I have snapped out of it. I really have. I really, really, truly have. And that looks like my mother. My mother had red hair, but my Aunt Rose wore hats like that. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it, Joan. And, you know, keep on commenting because it really helps me out. Okay, I'm going to close the video out now. I had a very successful day. I stayed on track for both my breakfast and my dinner. I only ate 2 meals today. I'm going to get weighed tomorrow. I'm hoping for a loss. It'd be nice if I could lose the 3 pounds that I gained last week. I don't see that happening because I enjoyed my Memorial Day. But I've been on track ever since, and I've been really watching what I've been eating and drinking my water and just really loving that I have my attitude back. I really feel that this time is it. This time is really it. I am going to do it, and I'm going to get really close to Wonderland by my birthday. I'm not going to hit Wonderland by my birthday, but I'm going to get really, really close. I just know it. Because no longer am I going to use food as my drug of choice. I'm going to use exercise as my alternative, which is what we should be doing. And when I feel like I need to eat something, I'm going to get my shoes on, go for a walk, and see how I feel when I get back from the walk. But anyway, haven't told you to do this in a while. Give this video a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share it if you think it'll help somebody. So I will see you guys tomorrow.